welcome to the RacerX Motocross Show on AllySports.com. Jason Weigandt and Andy Bowyer here. Andy, nice job taking my place yesterday when I was in a slew of TV meetings because we had to bring live coverage for the first time ever on network television. We hope you enjoyed it of the 450 class. Great racing, and we'll be giving you the highlights here with our 450 recap show. High Point, as you can see, they're doing all kinds of work here. They got it groomed, watered, ready for amateur day on Sunday, but the pros did their business on Saturday, and Mike Alessi's out, Ryan Villapoto's out. The rest of these guys are hungry.
Right. You know, and the key word you said there, Saturday. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? This is High Point. Saturday was different. Huge crowd, awesome racing, excellent track, two awesome motos, live NBC television. What a day.
Yeah, I think it's working out quite well. Let's get to the highlights of Moto number 1 here at High Point.
Big changes this weekend in the 450 class. Our current red plate points leader, Mike Alessi, suffered a cracked kneecap during a practice crash during the week, which is actually going to put him out the entire season. So that red plate and the points lead are up for grabs. There's going to be a lot of guys going for it. Who's going to snag it? Let's find out.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Good point. Mike Alessi is out, so Suzuki's probably going to struggle off the starts, right? No, suddenly Chad Reed finds Mike Alessi's old start mojo and grabs the early lead, then almost cases it on that triple, or does case it, almost crashes. Look at the Honda boys ready to take advantage. There's
a lot of guys pushing it. You're going to see a lot of mistakes from guys today, but Reed is in the front, hasn't won a moto all year. Is he going to take it? He's going to pull away, right? Wrong.
No.
Look at Andrew Short.
Yeah, Reed said he was kind of surprised with the clean racetrack up front. Hasn't been there for a while. Then Short almost KOs him over that jump, getting cross-rutted. Reed a lap or two to get his line sorted, so Short takes advantage. Then you've got Tedesco, Mike Byrne, the new Papa Nick Way, Balby, and
comes.
the JGR guys, Cooper and Josh Grant on the move from the back.
Yeah, Josh Grant, fastest in both practice session. Arguably won a moto at Hangtown. The guy wanted to win today, but he had a bad start. Could he get to the front? Let's find out.
Yeah, he wanted to challenge these guys, Short and Reed, Tedesco, Byrne, Way, Balby. There's Grant. Now he's gotten around his teammate, and he'd move up much further than that.
Yep. Oh,
Reed
got a little bit of a battle.
Yeah, squeezes Short out a little bit. Short would have his opportunity. He would stay with the 2-2. Here he is challenging him on the outside, switching back to the inside. Vance had a great race to watch, and eventually Tedesco would creep up on these guys as well. And Short is the best seat in the house for Reed, nearly throwing it away. Watch this. This is not a scrub here, folks. This is not a whip. It's Reed getting cross-rutted, going off the racetrack, and then wheeling over the banners to get back on. And look at Short. He saw that. He still sees it coming downhill in turn 2. The Honda guys just couldn't quite make the pass happen.
And look at Michael Byrne. You know, it's good to see him back running at the front, but his teammate Chad Reed, he needs to take control of this series. He was trying his best, but he's almost crashing big. And guess who's coming?
Yeah, Josh Grant is going to be on a rail soon. The Honda guys trying to keep Reed in check, but soon they would be under fire from the 3-3. Watch Tedesco move to the left, try to block Grant. Grant, he's savvy, he's smart, he knows where to make his passes. He's able to get Tedesco back right after that. So that puts Grant into third.
Right.
And he looks after Short for the number 2 position, and Tedesco would follow him. Tedesco, he latched on to a lot of guys today and moved himself toward the front, but eventually Grant would also get Short.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, their battle was pretty good. When he caught up to Short, he picked it up. They both started to catch Reed, so you could just see Grant kind of salivating. Hey, I can win this moto, man.
Absolutely. From way back in the pack, he puts his speed to work. He makes the pass, but then Grant would have a vicious crash with 2 laps to go. Look how twisted up his bike is. Rear fender flapping in the breeze. He would pick it up for 6th. Heartbreaker for him. Chad Reed wins his first moto of the year. Hasn't won since Southwick a couple of years ago since he's had a moto win. And the Honda boys on the podium again. Short in 2nd, Tedesco 3rd.
finally securing a moto win in moto number 1 here at High Point. Now, what is going on in the 450 class? We're absent Ryan Villapoto, Mike Alessi, Daniel Ridden will not restart the second moto due to a dislocated shoulder in the first race, and we're also missing Davey Millsaps. It could be anyone's race. Let's check it out.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Reed going to try to put the finishing touches and win a second moto in the overall, but the Honda boys were obviously keyed up and ready for this one. They put their bikes up front. Tedesco, I haven't seen him get a whole shot in years, man.
Hey, it's good to see Ivan riding hard. He was at Hangtown, led all those laps, challenging for the win. Look at him. He's up there in the second moto, steals a big hole shot and tries to get away.
Yeah, he opened up a nice gap early on. Short, Reed, Byrne. Both the Australians on the Suzukis were there in both motos, so this was kind of the story of the day because Josh Grant comes back from that vicious first moto crash, crashes in the first turn here. He was way back. Look at the lead. Tedesco started to build. Reed
Right.
started to figure out some lines and try to find a way around Andrew Short.
Well, like everybody's been saying, the top 2 guys are out, so Reed's just going to take over. I don't think so. These Honda guys are supposed to win. Honda always wins. They haven't been, and they're beating Reed right now.
Yeah, look at the gap right now. Halfway through the race, it was close. It was anyone's race, and the way the overall was kind of mixed up with Tedesco getting third in Moto 1, Short second in Moto 1, and Reed winning it. Each one of these passes had major implications for the overall. And don't forget the championship as well. Now that one of them can take over the points lead with Alessi being out. Reed is able to make the move around Short and then start closing in some really rough ground on Tedesco.
Yeah, Tedesco, I'm not sure what's missing. I talked to him a little bit. He said he felt good. He said he got a little bit tight. He looked a lot more comfortable when Short was behind him. When he saw Reed, man.
Exactly. Reed would eventually catch Tedesco. Tedesco did what he could to keep him behind him. And then unfortunately, they went into one corner side by side, and Tedesco would stall it, and that would allow Reed into the lead. Reed didn't jump that big jump right there in the second moto. He was smart about the way he took it to the Honda guys. But when Tedesco stalls, that puts him in the lead. But Tedesco would get one more opportunity to get Reed back. And they ended up all going.
There's the missing equation from this moto. Josh Grant, fastest all day, wanted to win the first moto, goes down hard, crashes in the first turn, comes from dead last. How far can he make it?
There's those yellow flags. Reed and Tedesco would hit a tree root. They would both fall. A bunch of other riders would go down as well. That would allow Short to take second from Tedesco. Luckily, Reed's bike stayed running, and he was able to hold on to the number 1 spot. Short's got a little trouble here in the ruts. There's enough to hold his teammate at bay for the second straight moto, but there's no catching the 2-2. That's just a couple of lap riders back there. Honda boys keeping the pressure on. They just need a little something extra.
Yeah, it's good for It's good for Reed. He won this first outdoor national at this track. He came to the outdoor nationals. Everybody's glad to see him. Look how pumped he is. It's a good win. Good for him. The championship's wide open now, man.
Short Tedesco on the podium. Nice run from Michael Byrne, Cody Cooper, and Grant 11th after a rough moto.
I felt good. A good start definitely helps. I try to do a Alessi style, get the whole shot and sprint, and see how far I could get out. But Chad was riding good. He kind of reeled me in there about midway, and I tried to give him a fight, and ended up stalling it in that corner when we were side by side going into that rut. And then that same corner got me, I think, 2 laps later when Chad fell right in front of me, and then there was something like a stick or something in that rut that made us all fall, and kind of a weird deal. I mean, as far as the points for the day went, it was pretty simple. Chad won the first moto, Short, and myself. So it was the same order, both motos, and it would have been nice if I could have stayed ahead of Andrew for second overall. And I think even if I would have beat Chad, I still wouldn't have got the overall if I would have won that moto. But, at this point, it's just trying to be for myself where I'm at in the points, from my concussion at Glen Helen and scoring no points. I'm starting way behind, but I'm just trying to click them off at this point, try and be consistent, and see where it leads me at Steel City.
Next step for me is to get a win, but I need to figure out, get some speed, middle off. Josh Grant, Chad Reed, even Ivan, that second moto gapped me at the beginning, so I'm sure if Alessi was there, he would have killed me too. So we'll just see. I know what I need to work on, have some time off, and the best race in the world is getting ready to come up, so I'm pretty excited about that. I just purely need more speed. To be competitive with those guys, and I always get stronger as the series goes on. Colorado I'll be fast at. I know that track really good, and it's a hometown for me, so I look forward to continuing on and building some momentum.
It definitely took me, and to be truthful, I didn't think it was going to take 8 years to get my first overall either, so I guess it was harder than I thought, and it wasn't for lack of trying, but I'm happy to be here, and my first lights win and only win was here as well. So, it feels good. There definitely was a lot of jumps added to the track from years past, especially since I last raced here. I just think the actual layout of the track was good this year. I think the track guys and everybody did an awesome job. It was pretty much the first race that wasn't overly watered, and so I felt that I did good. I really enjoy the ruts. They're technical and tough to ride. So, it was just one of those tracks you kind of had to be patient. And it seems like the slower I tried to go, the faster it was. Just trying to connect the dots. And my whole shot in the first one was really a blessing. I haven't been out front all year, and that was nice.
Okay, we're going to wrap this up here from High Point. Round 4, the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship is in the books. Now the riders get a weekend off, and then a whole nother animal, the night race at Thunder Valley outside of Denver, Colorado, comes up next. Andy, let's wrap this up. We heard about the physical ailments of Chad Reed. He's not even sure what he's struggling with, but he has proven throughout his career when it comes time to man up, manage pain, manage the situation, he's about as good as anyone has ever been.
Right, and now there's blood in the water. 2 of the title contenders are gone, and if there's somebody that's going to take a hold of this championship, it's going to be Chad Reed. Everybody kind of expected it, but thus far he hasn't really done much. Today, took the bull by the horns, showed some domination, put him in the hurt locker.
Now, I think the real star of the day, the guy who dug down the deepest, Josh Grant. You look at the overall, not so good, but he has quite a story. Yeah, that was a wild crash in Moto 1 and a strong ride in Moto 2.
Right. He was coming through the pack. You could see 7 laps into it, sitting in 3rd place, actually 4th place, and then just dropped the hammer. Dropped short, dropped Tedesco, and went right after Reed. Everybody's looking for, it was 2 laps to go. Stacked it up pretty big in the back. I think you guys will see the footage on NBC if you didn't already. If you check your TiVo, cartwheeled right into the pickup.
Yeah,
vicious.
Exactly. And despite all that, he came back in Moto 2 to salvage some points.
From dead last.
From dead last. Do not count that guy out. Tedesco and Shorter strong too. Chad Reed still struggling a little bit. We don't know what's going to happen. Keep in mind, we've already had 2 points leaders go out of this tour. So keep us tuned on AllySports.com. He's Mr. Rev Up Andy Bowyer. I'm Jason Weigandt. Enjoy your weekend off, folks. And we'll have a little bit of coverage throughout the week of our women's class and also our whole shot videos and the rest. So stay here at Ally Sports for all the information. That's it from High Point. Thanks for joining us.
All right, 1, 2, 3, look stupid. Boy, Pennsylvania, baby. Yeah.